Hello everyone, welcome to Reclamation, Reclaim the World. This is episode 16 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java. And in this episode I'm going to show you the off-camera work I did, and I'm going to walk you through some of the stuff. It all has to do with bees, actually. Well, most of it. I also did a bunch of decorating, so. Okay, so first off, before we get into the stuff in the Nether, I want to talk about the stuff in the overworld. So, you have to breed up to... Oh, what the heck is that called? Just a second. I gotta find it. Here we go. Rocky. So you have to breed up the rocky drones, right? And you need to get them to where they have cave dweller on them. Okay. So once you have the cave dweller on them, then you're good to go. The cave dweller is, you see where it says CD? So it goes long life, slowest worker, normal, tuft, CD. Okay, CD is cave dwelling. So you have to have a rocky drone that's cave dwelling, and so you just have to breed the rocky drones until you get it. But once you get the cave dwelling trait, you need to breed it into, you know, solidly into your rocky drones. So you're going to be wanting to make like a whole bunch of different bees, right? So let's go into the Nether now that I've talked about that. I forgot to turn this off, sorry. So, the Nether. Okay, so when you get here, right, and you've got your rocky drones, right, it should say cave dwelling, so you can breed them in the Nether, okay? So this is my rocky drone. I bred her up and then brought her here, basically, okay? And then you're going to want to breed up a crimson. So the crimson is two rockies together underneath a nether wart block, which nether wart block you can make with nether wart, obviously, but you can also get it this way. So if you breed these up, your regular plants up, then you're good to go. But you're probably like, well, where do you get the nylium from and stuff? Well, I'll show you. So you need the warped nylium and you need the crimson nylium. So to get the crimson nylium and the warped nylium, so you're going to come out here. I have this automated, but it doesn't work for everything. So you put this on here. It's the transmutation catalyst that's doing this. And it will make your crimson nylium. Okay? So, watch. Okay, now you have your crimson nylium. If you click it back onto the thing, it will make warped nylium. Okay? Easy peasy. Oh, it sucked it up. Okay. So now we have our crimson and we have our warped nylium, which is what we need. To progress even more. So once you have the crimson and the warped nylium, you're going to get yourself some bone meal, right? You don't necessarily have to breed these things if you don't want to. But to breed them, you have to have crimson nylium and warped nylium. You don't really need to have it though if you don't want to have it. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So you come over here where there's space, right? And you put down the warped nylium. Then you get your bone meal out. And you start bone mealing the netherrack next to the nylium. And then if you bone meal this, see that? It produces a warped fungus. And then you can bone meal the warped fungus and it'll produce a warped tree. And also you'll get these warped roots, which you're going to need, so don't get rid of them, okay? But anyway, that's how you do that. And then it's the same for the crimson. You put it down, right? And then you spread it. And then you bone meal it, spread it, bone meal it. You're trying to get a mushroom, right? You can also destroy these if you want. But once you get a mushroom, then you're going to bone meal it and it's going to produce your nether wart block. So you could do it that way too, okay? Easy peasy. You want to keep these crimson and warped because they're used as flowers. So are the mushrooms and stuff too. So, but anyway, that's how you do that. So these are all 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. So now that we've talked about that, because you're going to need that, right? So to get the Crimson Queen, you're going to breed 2 Rockies together, but you're going to put a nether wart block underneath the hive. Okay? And it will over time produce a Crimson Queen. Okay. The complicated bees is extreme grind, all right? Just to get what I got done between the last episode and this one, I put in about 24 hours of work. I mean, you could tell, look at the day, right? You could compare the day between the 2 episodes. Yes. It's a little insane. It's taken a really long time. It was to the point where I'm not that kind of person. I actually considered turning on creative because I was just like, this is insane. And I looked over at my husband. He's like, you realize you've been doing this for almost a full day? Because I did it all Saturday. I did it all Sunday. And I did it this morning. Like from the time that I got up to the time that I went to bed. Well, it was 2 hours before bed. So it was, but still that's like 24 hours. It's a long time. It's a long time. Just to get where I got to. I didn't even, yeah, I'll show you. I got up to the natural bee. But I'm just saying that it's insane. And one of the biggest problems is is you don't get more queens. It's the same queen, and the queen can downgrade, and it's just this big thing, and it's annoying. A lifesaver that I found was this twisted frame. It reduces their life and their productivity, but increases mutations, which means it goes a lot faster. So I wanted to make the really big frame. It's like death or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but I can't make it. It requires obsidian, crying obsidian, and a skeleton skull. So I was like, dang it. That probably would have made it a lot easier, but yeah, these are my extras. I make them and then I put them in the chest, and then as they wear out, I replace them. But yeah, it was hours and 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 hours of work, and yeah. So I'm not going to joke around with you guys. This is crazy grindy, okay? Unless you're like the luckiest person on the planet. This is incredibly grindy. So I know that there's a lot of people that have really limited time. And, you know, this mod pack is really cool. You know, if you have a really limited time and you're like, man, I don't want to take the next 5 years doing the mod pack, say you can only play for an hour or two every day, I really wouldn't feel, if I were you, I would just skip over the bees and just like cheat them in or something, because the rest of the mod pack is like really cool, right? And like the bees is just, it's way too grindy. I think it would be a lot less grindy if it could produce multiple queens when the bees finished. Right? So let me see if I have any that are finished. So this one's finished, right? You always get your princess back, right? And when you breed her with a bee, it turns into a queen. But this is the same princess that was a wasteland princess like a million years ago, right? So so basically every bee that you get, every queen that you get has to be bred up from wasteland. So it's just really time consuming and grindy. That's all. I think just having the bees drop a chance to drop multiple princesses would fix it. It wouldn't be as grindy then. It would be, well, a lot better. A lot better. So, but anyway, so you're going to breed up your crimson, okay? And then once you got your crimson going, then you're going to want to breed up a warped. So the warped is made by putting a warped block underneath the hive, and it is, oh, hold up, I pushed the wrong button. It is your rocky princess and your rocky drone can produce a warped. But anyway, once you get the crimson princess and the warped princess, then you're good. You need to breed them until they're stable, okay? It's important for them to be stable. This one is stable. He's producing the same ones over and over again. This one is also stable. That one's not. This is stable. That's why there's a stack, right? So whenever you see in my chest and stuff, you see stacks, that's because they're from stable bees. All right? Stable bees always produce the same bees over and over again. Okay. So I didn't make this one stable, which is probably my bad. This one is stable. This warp princess is stable. Okay. So once you have that, then you're going to want to go over and you're going to get some infused rock. Infused rock is just living rock on that altar catalyst thingy. The same way we made the nylium. Okay? Anyway, you're going to stick it underneath the hive. I even put it around the hive a little bit. I also put some of these warped roots around, and I have this crimson fungus. Interesting enough about the crimson fungus and the warped fungus, if you put it on a dirt block, it turns the dirt into coarse dirt. And then it turns it into soul soil. I just wanted to show you because that's a way to get soul soil if you need it. You can actually create it that way. See, these are in the process. This is coarse dirt. It's in the process of creating soul soil. So that's really neat. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing. So the next one, after you get your warped princess and your crimson princess stable, then you're going to want to breed up a cursed princess. The cursed is 1 crimson and 1 warped, and it'll give you a cursed after a while. Okay, so you're gonna get the infused rock, put it underneath the hive with the cursed and the warped, and it will produce, or sorry, the I'm getting them all confused already. The crimson and the warped together in a hive under an infused rock will get you a cursed princess. Okay? Okay. So, I accidentally bred up fiendish too, so yeah. I'm not sure. What was the fiendish for? I don't remember. The fiendish was to make something. Well, you can combine it with a cultivated, it looks like. Is that the only... Oh, that's devilish. So that's the only thing you can make. You have to have the cultivated, and it gives you the devilish. So, I don't have the cultivated. All right, so once you have the those bred up, the cursed princess, then you're gonna want to breed up your natural princess. Okay, so this is where it gets sticky again. So this is bred with a cursed and a dried. Now this is the kicker though. Your dried drone has to be able to go into caves. So you're like, well, how the heck? Well, okay. Calm down. It's not that hard. So you go back to the overworld to your dried drones, because you probably have 50 gazillion of them, because I know I do. And I have a couple of princesses. So I took one of the princesses and I started breeding the princess with my rocky drones. I took some of this was actually maxed out. I took half the rocky drones out of here and I took it back to the overworld, because these rocky drones are cave dwelling, you see. So I took these rocky drones back to the overworld and I bred them with the dried. And I kept doing it back and forth, back and forth. I'd add in a dried every now and then until I got a solid cave dwelling line. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it took hours, but I got it. I got the cave dwelling line, and then once I had the cave dwelling line, right, then you're gonna combine it with the cursed princess. I did it here in the nether. I don't know if you can do it in the overworld. I did it in the nether. That's why I had to have the cave dwelling. And that took a while to get the natural drone. It kept giving me hybrids over and 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 over. But I finally, and it kept dropping to dried. The the princess kept dropping to dried, but it finally worked, and I got the natural princess, and then once I had the natural princess, it was pretty easy. But so this is the thing with it. The natural princess is what we're wanting, is we're wanting this nature essence, right? Well, the problem with this is the natural princesses, uh they I mean, the queen, it doesn't produce very much. Okay, this is like super rare. And I was sat here for like, I don't know, this was at like 30, the magic combs, and it hadn't produced any nature essence. And I was like, what in the heck? So I went ahead and I splurged and I made this honeyed frame. Okay, this was huge. So the honeyed frame increases the productivity by 1.75. Okay, that increases your odds of getting the nature's essence. So all this is just honey and a stick. All right, you have to make a whole bunch of them, and then you can make the frame. Okay, it's really not that big of a deal. So you make this, and it will start dropping the nature essence. It took a while. Like I said, I was at like 30 on the combs, and that's how long it took to get 7 of them. So, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. And I bred this natural princess until it was normalized. So this is now a stable hive. Um, Automation wise, you can only automate stable hives. You can't, because now the bees are all the same. So you'll have to have an auto analyzer, and you have to have a way to insert the bees and take the stuff out. So each one of these stable hives has to have an analyzer, and you have to have a way to insert the bees back in. I haven't messed with it yet, but having the stable hives is the way to do it, because these drones are all the same now. That's what stable means. So there's no picking and choosing. So every time this bee is bred with this bee, it will produce this bee again, over and over and over again. And that's what you need to be able to have a stable hive. Automated. But like I said, I haven't done it yet. I was going to try to make the lapis bee. I have what's required to make the lapis bee, except for the lapis. A lapis bee requires a lapis block underneath the hive, so we'll have to get lapis some other way. But anyway, so we have this nature essence, which is awesome. And I'm going to go take these also and process them. They don't have anything special though, okay? But the nature essence is going to allow us to make natural seeds for mystical agriculture, which is epic. So we'll be able to grow nature's essence now, which is what the whole goal was in the first place. Also, another thing. So, remember how slow this was? Well, check this out. If you make this, because I showed you how to grow them right just now, I showed you how to grow them. The nether trees, they have shroom lights on them. You only need 3 of them with some soul sand and the little round dealies. And you can make these. Look at how fast it goes. You want to do this, okay? It's worth it. It's worth it. It goes so fast now. Okay, anyway. So we have what's required to make the mystical essence, which is really great. The seeds. So I'm like super, super happy. I gotta find them. Show me the darn seeds. So this is what we need to make them. Okay. All right. So I don't have this, okay? But I did make up a whole bunch of perditium. So we got a few raws, and I made 25 blocks worth because I am dedicated. So we can make seeds out of this, right? So it requires essence with the block and the nether essence with the block, and it only makes one though, or sorry, two. But that's okay. That's okay, guys, because we don't need all of these seeds right this very second, but we do need some of these seeds right this very second. So for instance, we can make copper, we can make iron. Our current copper output is only nuggets. This is way better. And we can make the nature seeds, and we can make iron seeds, lead seeds, gold seeds. I mean, we're looking good here. We're looking really good. So that's excellent. I just wanted to share because it was a really long slog, and I was pretty proud of myself, actually. I never gave up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So each one takes 4. So that's 4. That's 8. $16. My brain just went kaput. So that's 6. Wait, so that's, oh, that was 12. So that's 4 times 3 is 12. So that's 16. Let's see what else we need. I think we need the gold too, right? Yeah. Okay, so the gold. And what else can we make? Silver. Okay, silver takes mana, steel, and silver. And a silver aspectus. So the silver, we can get the silver, okay? We can get silver. We can make coal. We don't have tin, so we can't make tin. No tin. Oh, I don't know how to make that. How do you make that? Rich soul soil? How do you make this compost? Oh, we can make that. That's not hard. Yeah, we can totally do that. Okay, so that is doable. We could do the soul seeds. Okay, hold up. So we can't do the silver seeds. We can do the coal. So let's add the coal in. We can do... What's the mystic flower seeds? What exactly is that going to do? Glimmering living wood. I don't know what they're going to give. What do these give? Does it show me? Yeah, I'm not actually sure what they give. So until I know, I'm not going to commit to it. I mean, we have limited resources, okay? And I'm almost at my tipping point on how much I'm willing to put up with on grinding. So I don't want to get to the point where I'm just like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. That would suck. Okay, so we got zinc seeds. That requires a zinc crystal seed. We don't have that. And it requires brass. So that might pretty much be out of reach, I think. So, I mean, that's a lot of seeds though, right? We've got a lot of seeds that we can do. And I'm pretty happy about that. Plus, we can make a whole bunch of combinations with this stuff once we start growing it. Because this nature seed is going to actually grow it. So, we can make tons of stuff. We can make mycelium, ponzel, grass, like straight up grass, saplings. I mean, it's like, yeah, if we can make vines, all kinds of stuff, guys. All kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, all right. So what I want to do is I want to at least do one of these seeds. I want to do the nature seeds because I worked so hard to get this stuff. So we're gonna have to make 4 of these. Now each one makes 2. So we're gonna need ice, nether, and prodigium. So we need 2 blocks of prodigium. Okay, so, oh right, let me show you this. I made this bigger. See, we got more space because we had that stuff underneath us, right? That for the create room, we had 2 more chunks loaded. So I was like, well, so that basically made the whole base bigger. So that's really nice, right? Okay, so we're gonna want 4 of these, and we're gonna want 2 ice essence, 2 nether essence, right? Yes, and living rock, 2 living rock. I mean, it's going to take a lot of mana, but it's okay. It's all fine. It's worth it. Sometimes things are just worth it. You know? Sometimes they just are. Let me use the carrot seeds. I have 17 of those. Okay. Do that up. All right. Let's go on down. All right, so I'm gonna need my wand of amazingness, and I'm gonna need 2 stones. All right, so that, and that, and put a stone on it. It's gonna be a long wait because dude, guys, I just got through spending 24 hours breeding bees, so yes, it's gonna be a long wait. That's just the way the pack is. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause it, and I'll unpause it when it's done. Okay, it's almost done. It took so long for it to do it that the rock that I put on top of it decayed. So don't put your rock on top. That's ridiculous that it takes that long. Just saying. Almost done. Okay. Okay, good lord, dude. That was insanity. I wonder if I can edit it to reduce the time. I might do that because that's ridiculous. It just doesn't respect my time at all. It's like crazy. Alright, so we need 4 of this and 4 of these. So we put these in the center. And then these go here, 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 here. And this, that, this, that. And now we have our nature seeds. Is that not epic? I left them in the nether. That's okay. We could still crop stick it. And I will work on these in between episodes. So that is amazingly awesome. All right. So other seeds that we can make, but I'm not going to make right now because it took way too much time to make the dust. We're going to make the copper seeds, the iron seeds, the lead seeds, and the gold seeds, and the coal seeds. So we're going to make all of those, but I have to get the mats together. We will make these seeds in the next episode. So let's see what else we can get up to today. That doesn't require profuse amounts of grinding. We can do this. So that's just gunpowder on the natural altar. We haven't done that yet. Should only take but a second. Okay, my gunpowder must be over here then. Or not. We don't have any gunpowder left. Okay, well. We are plumb out of gunpowder. Well, it's nighttime, so that's good. Let's go see if we can rustle up some creepers, shall we? That was nice of him. He dropped 2. We are most appreciative of that. Okay, so that will, if you put this on the dirt, it will stop it from being, the wasteland dirt, it'll stop it from being dirtified. Which is, oh, alright. Sure thing. Okie dokies. Now what? We got that. So, what's this? Glowstone. We haven't made glowstone yet. The bees. Gunpowder and blaze powder. Alright. So that makes glowstone. So we did that. With an imitation blaze head and a couple of real magical reagents, you can summon a real blaze. This summoned blaze always drops at least 3 blaze rods. Okay. So how do I do that? Not going to show me how to do it? The ritual to summon the blaze is described in the Reclamation rituals book. Of course it is. Okay. I'll see the ritual book. There's a Reclamation ritual book. Well, it's just a book and some dried earth. We'll just make one. I think we have paper still, don't we? Well, 2 paper. That's not enough. 2 paper. That and this. All right, Reclamation rituals. So we want, create blaze cage. Use this right to create a magical cage that can contain a blaze indefinitely. Oh, hey. Okay, so that's going to require chalk. We don't have chalk yet. But that's how to make the cage. Let's see what else we got. Summon blaze. So we're going to need red chalk, a rune of fire, fell pumpkin, foul fume, and a hint of rebirth. Do we have hint of rebirth? We do. How do you make that? Okay, let's make some more. I got tons of those. I've got tons. So we do need to make the chalk. So chalk it is. Gold chalk. Wonder how grindy this is going to be. White chalk. Red chalk. And purple chalk. No, stop that. I want the regular one. And the gold chalk. Nope, wasn't the gold chalk. What chalk are we missing? Darn it. There's a red chalk. Okay. So we have to make all these chalks. So yellow chalk, mandrake, dawnstone, and chalk. So we need chalk. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chalk, which is wood, ash, and gypsum. Gypsum. Wood, ash. One, 2. Oh, we have a whole bunch over here. I'll go get some more. Wood ash. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Well, we got some extra chalk, guys. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick these back in here. And then these can be extras. We'll put those over here. Okay. So let's lay this out. Oh, I have the sneezies today. Gosh gollykins. Alright, so golden chalk, dawnstone, and mandrake. Mandrake and dawnstone. Let's do them one at a time here. Alright. Okay. So. Mandrake, dawnstone, and chalk. Mandrake, dawnstone, chalk. Alright, there's our yellow chalk. So the white chalk is just white chalk. And then the purple chalk, we need to make an attuned stone. An ender pearl, we need ender pearl. So attuned stone is mana pearl, whiff of magic, and a golden leaf. I don't know if I have any up here. Oh, I do. Mana pearl, whiff of magic, and golden leaf. And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay. Fill her up. So, what was it again? Pearl, whiff, leaf. Pearl, whiff, leaf. All right. Netherwort, stone, pearl. Netherwort, stone, pearl. And chalk. And last but not least, the red one. Netherwort, tainted gold, and a chalk. Guess I should probably have some tainted gold on hand, huh? So we'll just do 32. I can't wait till I can grow these damn resources. I'm like dreading having to make more. Every time we start creating things, all of our resources go down into the toilet. So, yeah, that would be really good if it we could just grow our resources. That would be super awesome. So we just needed the one, right? Yes. All right. Oh, right. You know what? Netherwort. It said netherwort. We don't have any netherwort. Go grab one real quick. Grab one. Okay. Netherwort, gold, and then the... Alright, so we have all of our chalk now. So that's excellent. How much is this thing producing anyways? Yeah, we have a lot. 3,594. It's not bad. Okay. Alright, so this ritual that it does requires the mana from that altar. So I've got a couple ideas. We don't have a lot of room, but I was thinking we could make a thing underneath it. I was thinking we could make a thing underneath it, right? Ooh, that's the ceiling for the... Yeah, that's the ceiling for the plant area, the garden. So, yeah, we're cutting it. We're cutting it real close, like. Real close, like. Let's use this eroded diorite. I have quite a few of that. Go get my handy dandy wand. I always make a new one when I'm done with a project, so always have a fresh one. All right. So what we can do is we could put this right underneath, right? And as per always, I will decorate off camera. I'm going to use this for the walls, and then I don't know what I'll do with the ceiling. I might make the ceiling one higher. We'll see. But for right now, it'll do. It's good enough. Good enough, I say. Not going to do it right now. I'll put that back. I'll just do it off camera. Okay. All right. So, let us see what we have to do here. So that's the center, right? So if this is the center, you skip a block and then do 3. And it's red. Okay. So the center is yellow. Good Lord, did you see how much durability that took? Oh my gosh, okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oops. Don't do that. We need a fell pumpkin, a rune of fire, a hint of rebirth, and a foul fume. So, we need a rune of fire. Rune of fire. Amber shard. Do I have any extra in here? Yeah. Okay. 1 amber shard. We should make up a whole bunch of these. We're going to be making them anyway. Might as well. Let's make 5. Or even 6. 6 is a nice round number. So we need 6 nether wart, 6 nether brick, right. I'm gonna need mana steel. Okay. So, mana steel. And we need 6 of these. Oh, right. And we need 22 of these. Well, I made enough for 22 anyways. Okay. We only need 6. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do it. So I'm going to make the first one, and then the rest of them I'm going to be paused when I do it. That way you guys don't have to sit here through 6 individual ones. It makes 2 at a time, so it's nice. And there's our runes of fire. Okay, I'm going to make the rest of them. Okay, guys, I am all done. So we got 12. It's really good. So to summon a blaze, we're going to do it a couple of times. The hint of rebirth, we're going to need foul fumes, and we're going to need fell pumpkins. All right. Well, let's go on back up. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm thinking that maybe it might be prudent to have a pillar. Just something we could duck behind if we need to. Remember, we're not wearing enchanted armor. This is like the equivalent of iron, okay? So, this is an actual blaze. Like a real blaze. So, it's gonna hurt. Alright, so let's see here. Gotta summon this up somehow. I've never done this before, so... So we got pumpkin, fire, rebirth, foul fume. Aw, man, you know what? I think we did it wrong. I think it's supposed to be like this. Yeah. And then there's a rune right here. Okay. Should work now. So there. 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 Oh gosh, it's doing it. Ooh, Nelly. Okay. Whew. That was terrifying. So that. That. Oh. Pedestals would be better. That. 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 And that. Hit him before he can get us. That works. So this'll get us quite a few blaze rods to work with, because I'm not sure everything that's going to need them. And yeah. That way we have them, you know. It's better to have them than to not have them. A little too close on that one. Up to 12 now. Okay, and one last one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. There we go. All right. So we have 18. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And that completed this quest, which gets us 2 more. With an imitation blaze head, a couple of... Alright, we already read that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to make is Alchemy Catalyst. The Alchemy Catalyst allows you to use the power of mana to transmute a wide variety of items. Place it under a mana pool to start alchemizing. You'll be able to convert flowers into other flowers, stone variants into other stone variants, flint into gunpowder. Oh, that's nice. And gas tears into ender pearls. Gas tears? Notably, it lets you turn flax into feathers. Oh, nice. Necessary for the tokens of fear. So we're going to make this, guys. This is the pinnacle of our episode. So we need 2 brewing stands, a bunch of living rock, 2 gold, and a mana pearl. We're going to put this stuff in a chest down there. Or a barrel. Just use a barrel. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Okay, so we're going to put it right here and put all of our lovely chalk in there. And, yeah. Start gathering these resources up. Okay, so first thing we need to make is brewing stands. We need 2 brewing stands. 2 brewing stands. Oh. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 for me too. While I'm thinking about it. And, get rid of that. And get rid of that. So we got 2 brewing stands. 2 pieces of gold. I'm gonna need to make some more mana pearls for downstairs. Well, we already have gold downstairs, but I'll just grab it here. And what else? That should be it. So we're going to proactively do this. I'm going to take us a chest. And we're going to take some string. And we're going to take some rotten flesh. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we're going to get some of this living stone, and we're going to make our catalyst. Oh, mana pearl. Give me a mana pearl. Put those in the raws. Oh, I guess I had some down here already. Darn it. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Perfectly fine. Can never have too many, right? Can never have too many. Alright, so now what? That should be it. Make it, baby. Okay, so we're going to put this underneath this guy right here, I think. Like so. So that is going to allow us to do all kinds of fun stuff. Watch this. Is that not beautiful? We have leather! And you know what we can do with leather, right? We can make a backpack. Isn't that awesome? So we have a backpack now. We're going to immediately upgrade it to gold. So now we'll stop running out of room and we can put everything in the backpack. Okay. Why can't I upgrade? Oh, iron. Right. Right. Okay. Iron backpack. Gold backpack. We can get auto eating. So much stuff. I'm so happy. Feeding upgrade. There's no reason why we can't get this. So I won't have to manually eat anymore. Yay. That's swick. And I don't have to have it on my bar anymore either. So good, so good. Okay. So now we got that. We got our awesome backpack. Yes, 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 yes. So what else can we do with this amazing thing? So let's see what all kinds of stuff it can do. You can also make a conjuration catalyst, but that requires elementium. Alright, so let's see what kind of wonderful things we can do with this thing. It's 54 recipes. Apple into pomegranate. Flax into feathers. Crimson roots goes into vines. So you can actually make a book and quill and then turn it into a name tag. That's kind of neat. Dirt into coarse dirt. Cobblestone into sand. The easy peasy way. Flint into gunpowder. You know we're going to do that. So we can get unlimited flint without even consuming our gravel with Farmer's Delight's cutting board. And then we could just run it down here and make oodles of gunpowder. That's so good. That's so good. Can make ice, leather, soul sand, or soul soil, andesite. You can turn stone into andesite. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, string. A block of blaze quartz goes into the pieces. So we can deconstruct stuff, which is kind of cool. Cactus makes slime balls. Cocoa beads. You can transmutate fish, flowers. Oh, wait. What's that? Frog lights. Saplings. Diorite So you could just basically make all the stones. The gunpowder is the big one. That is huge. That is huge. So what does this thing require again? We have redstone. We don't have pixie dust. Requires lapis, I do believe. What was standing in our way? I don't remember. At Botan. Oh, at Botania. So we need... I really need to make Botania's book. I have to keep it separate too until we turn it into the full book. But I don't remember what the pieces are called. Well, we have to make the elven stuff. So we have to make glimmering living wood, which we can make right now. And we got stripped living wood. But the kicker is we have to make the pylons. And if I remember correctly, that requires the amalgamation plate because it requires terra steel. So we're going to need lapis. Now, I remember being able to get lapis from blood magic. I think blood magic is in the pack. I'm not sure. I think it is. We could try to do that. I mean, what does it hurt? Nothing. I'm gonna do it outside because I want to set up a mob spawner to get the blood from. Where are the pylons? I'm not seeing them. Oh, there they are. So we need these, and then we need to make these. So as you can see, it requires terra steel nuggets, which we can't make. And we can't make this because it requires a mana diamond. So we are locked out of that for right now. For right now. But we could get started on blood magic, I think. So we have to make our first beginner orb, which means we have to make this, which, I mean, we don't have a demon will. It looks like it's a quest reward. So, yeah. It's not going to let us start that until we're there, you know. So we have to finish this chapter off, it looks like. But I'd say we got some pretty nice progress. So the next thing we're going to be doing is the offering table and the creational catalyst. We can make feathers, it said. We have to do all of this, but I'm not looking forward to this at all. This is kind of like the lottery. It's like really random, so I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to do it. This unlocks the next chapter, I think. I'm not sure. Alchemical reformation might allow us to get some stuff. We could do that. You gotta make all of these machines. But I think that's gonna be in the next episode. because in this episode, we are done. Alright, guys, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you did too. It was a little long episode, but there was a lot to show you guys and lots of stuff to do, so. But, hey, we made some serious progress, and that's awesome. And we've got a backpack. We've got a backpack. We've got a backpack. I'm like so happy about it. But anyway, I'm glad you guys came along today, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. You guys take care, all right? Toodles!